Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Since all of you guys have been asking me, how do I make my famous white sauce? This is a Mofongo, for those of you that don't know. I decided to make a YouTube channel where I will be showing you guys how to make certain dishes that I make. And I also decided to make a steak one. This is like pepper steak. So I hope you like my video.
For this recipe, you're going to need plantain, steak, shrimp, red onion, peppers, Italian 6 cheese blend, heavy cream, garlic, salt, pepper, parsley, tomato sauce, salsa china, Worcestershire sauce, Dominican cilantro, and butter. So first, we're going to start off by peeling the shrimps and removing the tail. Then we're going to wash it, add some garlic. Then you add some salt and pepper to your liking. Then you can add some garlic powder. This is optional because you already added the garlic, and some Dominican oregano. And now you mix, mix, mix. And then you put it to the side and let it sit for a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, start by seasoning your steak with some garlic, Worcestershire sauce, and then some salsa china, some olive oil, salt, pepper. This is how I season the steak. I'm not really a steak eater. I don't like eating meat like that, red meat, so don't judge me. This is how I always season and everybody seems to like it. Some salt, pepper. I added some oregano. But like I was saying, you could definitely season it the way you prefer and the way you like. There's many ways to season steak, but this is how I seem to do it and how I feel like it tastes the best. Well, I don't know how it tastes, honestly, because I don't try it. I don't like red meat. So now you mix, 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 mix. I normally like to make like a little sauce on the side. And then I just pour it all, and in this exact moment, we just realized we messed up. We've been recording the wrong way. But anyways, yeah, just mix, 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 mix. And then you pour it over, and you just basically mix it up and then put it on the side. You can also add sea salt instead of regular salt. Yeah, you just mix it all up. Oops, got a little dirty there. Mix, mix, mix. Use your fingers, it's okay. And then you just put it to the side and let it rest for a couple of minutes. You can also season this the day before and put in a little Ziploc bag. Let it sit in your refrigerator so it can marinate better if you like. But if not, it's okay doing the same day.
First, you have to pelar los plátanos. You can't make mofongo without plátano, so. And if you don't know how to pelar plátano, feel bad for you. Oh, man.
So yeah, you have to peel the plantains. How many plantains you use depend on how many people you're going to feed. I have no tricks on how to peel plantains. A lot of people say to run them through hot water. The only thing I know is that I use a table knife instead of a regular knife because I feel like it's easier to peel. And then here I'm cutting the plantains in like 1/2 inch. You have to cut them smaller than if you were making tostones so that it can cook better.
Plátano con salami, plátano con salami, plátano con salami. Una cebollita, ¿verdad? Aquí la cebolla. Dale, pues ya la cebolla. Plátano con salami, plátano con salami, plátano con salami, plátano con salami.
But you can cut it. Hey, dale.
I should have let it cool down. That is too hot. I'm not gonna continue because it's too hot.
Okay guys, so see how when I put the plantains in now it's like bubbling up a little, the oil, but not as much as it was before. That is the perfect temperature to cook the plantains because you want the oil to be hot, but not extremely hot where it's gonna burn the outside of the plantain and then leave the inside raw. So now, in the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm gonna chop up the onions.
I like using 3 different color peppers just because I like my food to be colorful. But you don't have to do that. You could choose either red, green, or yellow, whatever you want. But I just like it to be colorful and cute.
Now I'm gonna start cooking the steak. I always cook the steak first because the shrimps are done in 1, 2, 3. And also this day that I made this dinner, I had someone that was allergic to shrimp that was gonna eat. So please be careful when you're cooking with the shrimp just in case somebody's allergic and you have no idea about it. While I'm making the steak, I'm still frying the plantains so you can multitask. So here I want to show you guys how you know when the plantains are ready. So you want like that golden look, not too burnt, but you don't want it to be too like raw because then when you mash it, it's not gonna have a good texture. It's not gonna taste good because it's undercooked. So this is how you know more or less when it's cooked properly. It has to have like that golden look. So then now I'm gonna mash the plantains. Typically Dominicans or Puerto Ricans, this is a very traditional Puerto Rican Dominican dish, use a pilon. I'm gonna put it up there so you can see what a pilon is. I like to cook. I've been cooking since I was 8, not because I was forced to, but because I enjoy it. And I like to cook, but I like to make my life easy. So if you have a food processor at home, you can just throw some plantains in there, cooked plantains, add some butter, garlic, salt, and then just blend it. And you'll see how it tastes exactly the same. You'll have the same texture and you'll be done so much faster than rather than having to mash the plantains with the pilon manually. To me, that's just a waste of time. And I don't know, some people would say it tastes better, but to me, it tastes exactly the same. Also, another tip is to try to do this step when the plantains are still hot or warm. Don't wait until they get too cold because I don't know, it doesn't like blend the same and it just doesn't taste the same. It'll have a different texture. It'll taste a little bit different. So I like to do this step while it's still hot or warm. So now we're going to cook the shrimp. You're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to your saucepan. Now this is where the magic happens. You take heavy cream, add a lot, sufficient amount of heavy cream because this is what you're going to use for the mofongo. The mofongo tends to be a little bit dry. So whatever it is that you're making it with, it's good to make extra sauce so that you could kind of like put it over it and it can be a little bit more creamy and have like a better taste. So yeah, now we're going to add the 6 cheese blend, but in reality you can use any type of cheese you have, mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese. This is just to thicken up that heavy cream. A lot of people use flour, but I don't like using flour. I like to use the cheese. I feel like it tastes better and it gets creamier. Normally, I taste as I go. You can add more salt, more pepper, definitely more garlic. And you can use this sauce pretty much for everything to make pasta, anything. I like to garnish with a little bit of parsley, or you can even use Italian seasoning, just so it could look nice and have like that gourmet look. So you add the dry parsley on top and it makes it look different. So now we put the shrimps aside. Now we're going to continue with the steak. You put in the chopped onions, which I feel like I put way too much, and the peppers. But it's fine because the person that was going to eat it likes it like that. So yeah, you put the peppers, the onions. You don't have to put that amount, obviously. And then you kind of like let the onion and the pepper cook with the meat. So now we're going to take the plantain that we already like mashed. This is good also to do it when the plantains are still warm. Do not wait when it's cold because it will not take the form. So you want to take anything you have at home, a cup, a little bowl, something that will give it a cute shape, and you kind of like press it down just so it could hold that shape and it can look nicer. So I'm going to do another one, and then you could just keep doing it. But make sure that the plantains are still warm, like I said before, and you have to make sure you press. If one of them does get messed up, you can always dump it back into the big bowl and then take some more and press again. Another tip is you can definitely use your hands for this part. It'll probably be better because you're able to press harder. Now we're going to add the tomato sauce to the steak. Again, everybody cooks steak differently. I'm not a big red meat eater, so I don't really know what tastes good with steak. I'm normally the type of cooker that I taste as I go, and if I really don't know what something's supposed to taste like, I really have no idea how to make it. But that doesn't stop me from making it because, again, I do love to cook and I like to experiment and I like to try things. So yes, maybe there's a different way to make it, maybe there's an easier way to make it, but this is how I make it. Now it's time to serve, and like I said before, make sure you get a lot of that sauce in there. Serve it. One mofongo is okay per person. I just served 2 because it looks nicer for the picture and the video, but 1 should be enough per person because the plantains are very filling. And now for the steak, same thing, just serve it and put a lot of the sauce over it. Same thing, and enjoy. I hope you guys like this video. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and like, and leave some comments below for other recipes or dishes you would like me to post and share. Thanks for watching.